Hello everybody and welcome to Fire Force episode 8 anime review. This is probably the episode I've enjoyed the most out of every episode of Fire Force because I like the little mystery, I like that, oh, he's a detestable asshole, and I like the heroic entrance. That was really good. When it matters, I've said it before, when it matters, Fire Force looks really good. Some of the less important parts, it does dip a little bit, but where it's important, it's really good. That's my quick review of Fire Force. Bye guys, you don't have to come back. No, let's actually get on with the episode because I had a great old time with it. I'm trying to think of a negative. I can't think of super negative off the top of my head. I don't know, I'll think of one later. Let's go. Let's go on with this episode. Let's do it. Episode opens up with a man at a payphone. I forgot what he said. I haven't wrote down. We find out what it was later on. Something about an evangelionist. Evangelist. Was that a joke or did I just say the wrong word? The choice is yours. Yeah, then Hibana reveals there's insect DNA in the artificial infernals, so there's something to do with insects making infernals. Yes, I was reading that straight off my notes because, sure, do they bite them? Do they just crawl on them? What do insects bite? Of course insects bite. Mosquitoes. But they weren't mosquitoes, they were like flies. Do flies bite? I don't know. Do flies have teeth? Flies don't have teeth, do they? Biology, hey, or insectology. I think that's a thing. It's got to work. Episode, right. Shinra wakes up and the glasses guy is outside his room and it's very funny, haha. And Hibana's there too. Are they there just to hang out? No, they're sort of investigating, but he checks on Shinra like a dad. It was pretty funny. And then he got embarrassed when some nuns walked past. It was like, haha, look, he's checking. So that scene in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse where he gets on the radio and is like, you have to say it 2 miles. If you've not seen that movie, it doesn't make sense. That's a good movie, you should watch that. It's Sony. Mentioned Spider-Man? Sony. Nah. Then there's some small talk at breakfast. Tamaki shows up and trips over and lands on Shinra's face. I don't even know how she managed to do that. It was pretty impressive, honestly. It was impressive in a very... like, she should accidentally be a really good high jumper. High jumpist. Hopefully that sort of stuff stops a little bit now. After this episode, I think she's got to have a different-ish role. She could still do some fan servicey stuff because that's obviously, look at her outfit. But I'd like her after this episode. I'd like something different to happen. I don't think it will because we're only on episode 8. But maybe I'm wrong, you know. Alarm goes off and there's some infernalization going on. 5 people got infernalized. That's a good word, infernalization. I really like that word. I don't know why. The boys from the 8th, that's Shinra and Arthur, are on standby. Shinra sees someone stick a bug on an old man and turns him into an infernal. Chases the culprit down and he sees 2 of the lieutenant guys. It's, oh man, I wrote their names down. Hang on. Karim and Rekka. Or Karim? Karim and Rekka. Karim. Karim sounds better. And then Arthur's about to attack and then Shinra's like, whoa dude. We don't know who he doesn't say this, but he says it later on. He's like, we don't know who's our friend and who's our foe, so we're going to not attack them yet. And then Tamaki shows up too, and at this point I was like, it's her. Tamaki's the bad guy. Like, it's got to be. It wasn't, but... Well, I mean, she was deceived, but she's not a bad guy. I think we've discovered that. At least I bloody hope so. Shinra and Arthur discussing what happened and everything, and they're like, okay, I definitely saw the insect. We need to do some investigation. They go to the lieutenant's room. Arthur does a funny bit where he changes into an assassin. He's got little cardboard swords. That was quite funny. It was funny when he just brought out the little one and Shin was like, now there's evidence we broke in. He's like, yeah. He just blows him off basically. It was good. They find the insect in Karim's room, but then he shows up and is like, it was a trick. That insect's there because I wanted to see if you were also after the insect. And they're like, oh, I guess we're all looking for the same thing. Says he's after whoever the incident was too. So at that point you're like, oh, so Rekka did it. So it's got to be him. Because they came to his room, he deduced that they knew that it had to be someone in his uniform, of which it could only other be Rekka. So then he tells about an incident where a bunch of children caught on fire. Don't kill kids, man. And then we cut to Tamaki telling some children to come with her. And once again, I was like, oh, she's in on it. She knows. She's evil. She wasn't, but I was really like worried because I kind of like Tamaki. She's all right. I think after this arc, I think she's going to join the 8th. I think that just makes more sense at this point. Because she'll be like, nah, I can't trust the 1st. Gonna go with the 8th. That's what, maybe. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? I know. I don't know. We cut to Rekka staring at a picture of, I guess, his old comrades. Saying, I wonder what you guys are up to now. Don't know what that's about. Maybe they're bad guys as well. Tamaki brings in the kids, and there's a bunch of kids, and there's a mum too. And he's like, I can prevent you from becoming Infernals. Then he asks Tamaki to leave, and she's like, oh, but I'll do anything for you. And then he gives her a death hug and snaps her spine. I thought she was dead at this point. I was like, oh, so she's dead. Her back got cracked. She's dead. But no, she's just down there for a little bit. And then he turns the mum into an Infernal and kills her. And it's like, oh, huh. Shinra and Arthur run into Karim and basically say, hey, we're gonna help too, whether you want to or not. And so the three of them are searching. Tamaki learns he's the bad guy, and she's like, oh, I've done a silly. I trusted you. I liked you. Damn it. But yeah, then he reveals he's creating Infernals for the Evangelist to be a pilot light, and he turns one kid, but the kid doesn't turn, so the kid is eligible to be a pilot light. I think I'm getting that right. You noticed I was reading my notes very, staring, because I think I got that right. Tamaki keeps begging him to stop until he decides, I'm going to shut you up now. But she launches like a signal flare, which Shinra is flying about. He sees the signal flare. He keeps stomping her and is about to deliver the final hit. It wasn't a fist, it was like a what-yaw. But then Shinra gives a massive dive kick onto his head. It was like right on the back of his head, stomps him through the floor. So he's dead, right? He should be dead. I mean, shonen, but he should be dead. And then he was like, you okay, Tamaki? I'm like, great, now she's going to start liking him as well. I say as well. Does anyone like Shinra yet? No. Does the nun like Shinra? What about Maki? Those are the only two. Hibana likes Shinra, see? I remember. She's probably the most obvious one. So I should have got that straight away. I think she might be the only one. Tamaki's probably going to start liking him too. I'm going to put money on that. I'm not actually going to put money on that because I don't think you can. I don't think there's any betting places where you bet on anime. Also, that'd be a terrible bet because you could just read the manga. Anyway, that was the end of this week's episode. Like I said, really liked it. I'm curious to see what's going to happen next week. I think we might get a full-on fight. I think he'll get back up and be like, Shinra, I'm going to fight you now, son. And then Shinra's going to fight him a bit, and then Arthur and Karim will show up, and then they'll finish him off. But yeah, I'm just excited to see what happens. I think we're wrapping this arc up soon. I don't know how far the manga is or nothing. I haven't looked at none of that. But I'm enjoying this episode. I enjoyed more than the others. I definitely think so. Apparently Crunchyroll didn't get the subtitles up when it first went up, and I've noticed that with a few things today too. Crunchyroll, sort your crap out, please. I pay for you. A lot of people pay for you. Sort it out. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, consider subscribing for more. I will see you next week, and bye guys.